All right, here we go. All right, I'm trying to divide. How many times can 3 go into 4? 1. What do I do with 1 and 3? What do you mean the number it is? I need an operation. Multiply. Thank you. 1 times 3 is 3. I subtract. So I have a 1. Bring down my 7. How many times can 3 go into 17? 5 times. 5 times 3 is 15. I subtract and bring down my 6. How many times can 3 go into 26? 8 times. 8 times 3 is subtract, and I have a 2. What is this 2 called? Starts with an R. A remainder. This right here is my remainder. So how do I write my final answer? It's going to look like a fraction. 158. And then my remainder is 2 out of the 3 total pieces I was trying to separate it into. What is x to the 5th divided by x squared? X what? Y'all, this is only going to work if y'all answer my questions. What is x to the 5th divided by x squared? You just took a test over this. X cubed, thank you. 8x divided by 4x to the 4th. What's going to be on top? Let's start with numbers. What's 8 divided by 4? On top or bottom? Why? The 8's greater, so 2 will be on top. Let's look at my x's. On the top or bottom? How many? 3. X to the 3rd. All right, if I were you, I would have out a pencil and possibly another color if you like to take little side notes, okay? So today, what we're doing is long division of polynomials, meaning we are combining these 2 types of warm-ups and putting them together, letters and numbers, okay? So here we go. The first problem is going to be 5x squared plus 3x minus 2 divided by x plus 1. If you do not keep your work nice, neat, and organized, this is going to be hard for you, okay? So make sure you are writing nice and neat so you can see what's going on. Before you start a problem, you need to ask yourself 2 questions. Question number 1, is this in standard form? Is this in standard form? We talked yesterday about standard form. What does that mean? What is greatest to least? The exponent. So my exponents have to be biggest to smallest, greatest to least, okay? My second question is, are there any missing terms? What I mean by that is if I start at an x squared, I have to have an x behind it. If I start at x cubed, I have to have an x squared and an x, so nothing can be missing, okay? That's what this is asking. Is there anything missing? So, is this problem in standard form? Yes. Does it have any missing terms? No, because it started at x squared, and now it has an x, so we are ready to go. So I'm going to make myself a division house. If I were you, I'd write it how I am. Don't write across your whole page. We need this side over here. So a division house, 5x squared plus 3x minus 2. on the outside will be my x plus 1. I like to have a little side on the right that's just for scratch work. Like that's where we're going to do our scratch work, okay? So the first thing I'm going to have is 5x squared. I am dividing by what's outside. I am dividing by x. Okay, I'm dividing by x. What is 5x squared divided by x? What is it? 5x. So I'm taking this number and I'm putting it on top. 5x. Multiply twice. Why twice? Because there's two numbers. So if you need to write notes, this has to multiply to both of these. Multiply. So what is 5x times x? 5x squared. What is 5x times 1? That would be a 5x. You have to change your signs because we are subtracting. So these are not positives now, they are negatives. So if you're taking notes right here, you want to write change the signs. We're changing the signs. Yes, ma'am? Yes, so 5x times x is 5x squared. 5x times 1 is still 5x, okay? 5x squared minus 5x squared is 0. If this does not cancel out, you've done something terribly wrong. It has to cancel out. 3x minus 5x is negative 2x. So now I'm going to bring down my negative 2. I'm going to go to my scratch pad. The first term is a negative 2x. I'm still dividing by the same thing. So I'm still dividing by x. What is negative 2x divided by x? Negative 2. So I'm going to take my negative 2 and put it on top. So now we're going to do the same thing. Multiply twice. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Change the sign. So these aren't negative, now they are positive. Negative 2x plus 2x cancels out, as we hope it does. And a negative 2 plus 2 is a 0. Does this problem have a remainder? No, right here it says my remainder is 0. So this one has no remainder. So how do I write this answer? My answer is 5x minus 2. That would be my final answer. We're going to go do one more. It's a little bit harder.
Wait, so how do you get that answer? Oh, wait, oh, you put up
Because if I actually multiplied 5x minus 2 and I multiplied it by x plus 1, what will I get when I multiply those two terms together? I should get 5x squared plus 3x minus 2. Okay, so if I were to multiply these together, I should get what I started with. All right, let's go do one more. X cubed minus 2x squared minus 4 divided by x minus 3. So let's ask our questions. Is this problem in standard form? Yes or no? Yes, it's in standard form. My exponents go from big to small. I have a 3, then a 2. So they are going in order. So check, it's in standard form. Does this problem have any missing terms? What is missing? The x is missing. It has an x cubed. It has an x squared. What has to come after x squared? X. So right here is missing x. If something is missing, what number is that? What number means I have none? They're missing. 0. So I have to put a 0x. Put it inside your division house. X cubed minus 2x squared. What has to come next? Plus 0x. If you do not put it in there, you've already messed the entire problem up. Minus 4. And on the outside will be x minus 3. So let's get our scratch pad going. My first term is x cubed, and I am dividing by x. What is x cubed divided by x? X squared, very good. So x squared goes on top. I multiply twice. X squared times x is x cubed. X squared times negative 3 is negative 3x squared. Change the signs. That's where you're going to mess up. You're going to forget that. Change the signs. So this one's now negative, and my negative is positive. X cubed minus x cubed is 0. Negative 2x squared plus 3x squared is just x squared.
Wait, so I'm like, where are you getting like x squared cubed? I mean, 3x squared.
It's because I multiplied up here. What is x squared times negative 3?
Oh.
Negative 3x squared, but I have to change the sign. Okay. Bring down my plus 0x. And let's go to our scratch pad. X squared divided by x. What is x squared divided by x? It's just x. Very good. So I have a plus x on top. Multiply twice. X times x is x squared. And x times negative 3 is negative 3x. Change the signs. So x squared minus x squared hopefully is 0 like we want. 0x plus 3x is 3x. Bring down my negative 4. One more time to my scratch pad. 3x, and I am dividing by x. What is 3x divided by x? It's just 3.
Wait, why are you dividing?
Because that's what it's telling me to divide by right here. If you stayed off that phone, you'd be paying attention. Plus 3. So now I'm going to multiply twice. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Change the sign. When you're taking your test, I hope you hear me yelling that at you. Change the sign. So 3x minus 3x, we want to be 0. Negative 4 plus 9 is 5. Do I have anything else to bring down? So what is this 5 called? This is my remainder. Now watch carefully how you write your final answer. Just like we did in the warm-up, we're going to make a fraction. So my quotient part is up here. X squared plus x plus 3. My remainder has to be a fraction, and I'm going to add it to this. Does anybody know why I'm adding and not subtracting? Because it's a positive. If this was a negative 5, then this would be subtraction. So how do I write my remainder? 5 over what I was dividing by, x minus 3. So this would be my final answer. Okay. I'm going to give you one to do by yourself. I will work it out at the same time. I just won't talk through it. So maybe do a step or two and look up, and then do a step or two and look up. Okay. So your problem to do on your own will be 3x squared minus 8x plus 7. And we're going to divide it by x minus 1. Make sure you ask yourself the questions, standard form and missing terms. I'll help you with that part. Is this in standard form? Yes. Are there any terms missing? No. So it's ready to go. So do not just copy. Try a step or two and then look up. Yes, ma'am. How what? Because, so what's the biggest exponent I have? X squared. So all I have to have is x squared and x. Does it have an x squared? Does it have an x? I don't care about anything bigger because, so this one up here was missing an x because if I started at 3, I have to have an exponent of 3, an exponent of 2, an exponent of 1. Does it have an exponent of 1 anywhere? So I had to add it. Okay. Good question. Yes. When you finish this problem, I'll let you do that. Guys, you should be doing 1 or 2 steps and then looking up to check your answer, please. Or check your steps at least. You are in Schoology, Unit 12, Topic 1, Worksheet number 3. Do not forget, you have homework that is due tomorrow. Okay?